November 5th, well, a long time ago, about 90 years or so, in the 1920s area, there was a man named Rufus Wasson. He set up a building inside in the city of Miami. It was just a two-story, four-car garage. It was right near the water. The area near the water was very moist. There was a lot of dew. No matter what through the storms, it always remained. They had people living throughout the neighborhood. There were a lot of people that moved from Cuba, so it made the community bigger. The community was called Little Havana. It was near the new Florida Marlins. It was near the new Florida Marlins Stadium. His son's name is Glenn Sr. His great-grandson is Glenn Jr., and they have 6 grandkids that grew up in the same home. Now, Glenn Sr., he died. And then his son, Donald, now he's 49, and he still lives there. Wow. He works in an electric company all around. The job comes and goes. Anyway, their home, it started to have little issues in the building. It wasn't that bad, but he continued to fix it and would get worse, and then he'd fix it again, fix the lights and everything. Then he went upstairs and he found that there was a hole. And he found what? Man, he found bees. He stood on the chair to get a better look. And then to fix the situation, he took the spray can, made it really foggy, and he put it right in the hole. But that was a mistake. Why? Because the bees got angry and they started swarming, and they were furious. The man was then scared. Why? Because then all of a sudden the bees came through the hole, and he fell off the chair, and he landed straight on his head, and he passed away. The bees swarmed his body. Now, his daughter came and arrived home, and she spotted her father just covered in bees. She didn't know what to do, so she left and she called the cops. And when the cops came, they saw all these bees. And then they heard in the walls, they heard bees. They kept hearing like zzz. When the ambulance arrived, they didn't know what to do. What could they do with his body? They waited for someone who was skilled to deal with bees, to collect it and to deal with them all. And then when that was over, they took the body. There were 6,000 bees in that home. Oh, wow. In that home. Could you imagine? Well, they brought the body to look at it and examine it and to see what was happening. They did an autopsy. They couldn't find out what was wrong. Man, the family was just curious. They just didn't understand. We know he passed away, but we thought maybe he just died when he fell off the chair? No. Or was it the fact that he was covered and stung with all the bees? I don't know. His body was just covered in bee stings. Maybe it was a different kind of bee, like a type of killer bee. Oof, gosh. Trust me, you don't want to mess with bees. Oh, remember that.